Cuz told me to stop sending messages, I'm a messenger. Crossed out every one of my exes just like an exorcist. Told them if the love isn't real, then I don't want the shit. Got way more than too many problems to deal with, stress and shit.
Yes sir, yes sir. Sorry if my mic is let's get it. I know it's been a while. Sorry if y'all can't hear me. Yeah, I ain't got the mic up to my mouth. Got the mic up. But yo, what's up with it? OBE Jab in the building, y'all already know. I know it's been a while since I did a podcast. You know, I've been having a lot going on, a lot of new changes and situations, you know, that limit me to podcast as much as I want to. I recently had somebody inbox me, and you know, they just hit me up like, you know, bro, you really need to start a podcast. And I'm like, I already got one, I just don't be getting on it, you know, type shit. But even them, they not even the only person who told me that. I done heard it a few times over the last few months, and you know, it's been resonating deep on my heart. Like, you know, I feel like it's now. Like, now is really the time. I'm only getting, you know, more and more wisdom and knowledge, and, you know, more, you know, intelligent with this spiritual stuff, and just walking more and more in my truth. And I really feel like this is a big part of my soul's journey, and my soul's path is to, you know, wake people up and all of that, no matter what form I'm doing it. If it's in a creative art form, as in you know, hold on, put some of my artwork for my clothing designs, you know, whatever the case might be, or if it's me rapping and giving y'all messages through the music and all of that type of stuff. So, or doing a podcast. So, you know, shout out to my nigga that hit me up and, you know, just kind of re-motivated me. Wow. Hold on, this whole time I've been talking, my mic wasn't plugged in. So hold on. The sound might sound a little different now. But yeah, this episode might have a couple bloopers and change in quality and all of that. But bear with me. You know, nobody perfect. We thugging it out. We're gonna get there. So anyway, you know, today I wanted to talk to y'all about energy and you know, our body being basically, you know, a lot of people, you know, we're taught a certain way how our body work, you know, growing up, being programmed in schooling systems and all of that type of stuff. And they, you know, they tell you how the blood flow to the body, bring the cells oxygen and all this other stuff. But they ain't never one time in science class told us that our body was like a battery. Our body conducts us on electrical charges and all of that type of stuff. Our brain, our third eye, have its own electrical charges. They never even told us that our brain has crystals in it. Like, I want to say the crystals is like real small version of these. Imagine your brain having some of these in this. My rock need clean. But our brain has real small pieces of these in it. And I want to say it's more in the like pineal gland area. And certain emotions and feelings of joy make those crystals get an electrical charge to them. And that's what help people have certain I want to say strong connections when they meditating. That's what make them see have visions and all this other stuff when them crystals get charged. But I want to say our diets is what calcify our pineal gland and what stop us from having as strong as a electrical charge, because now it's like when you got a car battery and it got all that white corrosion and calcification on it, and now you got to do all this stuff to clean it off. I mean, with your car, it's probably way simpler to clean the corrosion and calcification off of it versus how much it would take if you was to clean off trying to decalcify your pineal gland. But anywho, a lot of people don't know the way the body work, and the body has its own energy field like a planet. or anything that has its own orbit. That's kind of how our aura work, our auric field, our energy field that's around us. And as we walking past people, we could pick up on their energy, they negative energy fields. If they got shit attached to them, it can come into our energetic field. And that's why they say when you will learn a lot in spirituality if you go to like a club, if you were like at an event or out around a lot of people. Make sure you or if that's a part of your job description and you often around a lot of people, then they'll tell you should do a spiritual cleanse often, because you need to clean your energy field. You never know what's attaching to your energetic field. And that can be something that's making you feel depressed. That can be something that's making you feel drained. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had somebody tell me they woke up and it was a little demon sitting on their chest. You feel me? Like a little 2-3 foot demon just sitting on their chest. You feel me? And I didn't see from other videos I didn't learn from and watch, them talking about if you was to astral project out your body, you will see in the fourth dimension. And the fourth dimension, that's where these dark entities and all of that is at. And they can see us, but we can't see them. They can affect us, but we can't affect them. You know what I'm saying? So these beings is always there. So if you learn to astral travel, you will go outside your body and you might just see a demon just hovering above your body once you leave it. You might just see a demon sitting on your chest. You might just see a demon sitting in the corner of your room. You know what I'm saying? So these things is always around us. And that's why it's important to cleanse your energetic field. So what another thing with the energetic field I want to talk about is, the sun, and how the sun is so important to us, because even right now it is super important to us, because the sun is like, it's upgrading our DNA. It's like cosmic rays coming from the sun. And I wish I had a picture or something I can show y'all to like help y'all, because it took me months and months. Like, no matter how much I was learning this stuff, like, I was learning it, but I didn't know what the fuck a cosmic ray was. I didn't know what that shit meant. You know what I'm saying? So it took months and months and months of learning these, and I wasn't even looking up the terms one by one. I just kept researching stuff and just kept learning about consciousness, the human body, the brain, all of these different topics that have to do with the human body and anatomy and metaphysical things. And as I kept learning, I kept hearing terms, and they become more vivid to me. Like, I could see them clearer now, because they wasn't as foreign to me no more. So basically, our body is like an antenna, like kind of how like a radio work. Our bodies work the same way as a radio. You know what I'm saying? It's certain frequencies that everybody's bodies are on, and if you want to. If you get tired of a situation, all you have to do is change your frequency, and your situation will change. It's like changing a radio station. You get tired of a song, change the radio station's frequency, or change the radio station. It'd be on a different frequency, playing a different type of music. You know what I'm saying? So our body is the same way as that, and the way our body works, it can pull information and DNA from the sun and absorb into your skin and goes into your bloodstream. All our DNA is little micro-sized pieces of data. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if we learned that in science or not. I can't remember. But imagine like this cord right here. What does this look like to you? And if I was to break this leather or whatever rubber, if I was to bust this rubber open, I'm pretty sure it'd be a whole bunch of smaller wires in that. Now, what does that mimic to y'all? Veins, the arteries, all of that type of stuff. And that's all of our veins is what? Just is sending data to this, the nervous system, all of these different organs and stuff. It's sending information to all of those, telling them how to run properly. So if the sun is giving our body cosmic ray, bear with me. I don't know if we're in a retrograde right now, but my brain is kind of like this right now. So if the sun is giving our body giving off cosmic rays, and in the cosmic rays it contains data, and it's piercing through our skin and entering our bloodstream, and it's upgrading our DNA. So this is what's changing us from a 3-dimensional being to a 4th-dimensional being to a 5th-dimensional being, and making our bodies lighter. A lot of people probably experiencing these headaches, these heart palpitation, cramps in your lower back, certain parts. I want to say the right side of your body is usually what's affected. Your right arm, your right leg. Stuff like that might be getting affected from these DNA upgrades. But it's a lot of stuff that's just going on right now. And it's crazy because with that being said, the sun plays a very important role in humanity. Whether it comes to the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, you know what I'm saying? The sun plays a very important role because the sun is what's controlling minerals. The sun is what's giving the fruit minerals. The sun is what's upgrading our DNA, giving us, even when they say go sun gaze, you know what I'm saying? Because it's doing something for our body when we sun gaze. That alone is decalcifying your pineal gland. You know what I'm saying? So when we go out and sun gaze, it's a big help for us. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain times you have to sun gaze, but scratch that. Going off topic. So if the sun plays that much of an important role to us, imagine what it's doing to the fruit. If it's giving us DNA, if it's giving our bodies information and upgrading our DNA, imagine what it's doing to the fruit. It's sending the fruit and the vegetables information also. So when we eat these God-made fruits that was put here for us to eat, we're putting that information and knowledge inside of our body now. You know what I'm saying? This information and knowledge, you got to think, is out in the sun all day. The soil is way older than us. The grass is way older than us. These trees is way older than us. And under the grass and stuff, the root systems, it's a whole system that's connected to each other. You got to think about all the roots that's under the ground that's like this. All them roots and stuff it's underground. The trees is communicating with everything. The plants is communicating with everything. Don't even bring up mushrooms, because mushrooms is a whole nother range of intelligence when it comes to species. And mushrooms have souls. From what I learned, they say mushrooms have their own souls. Like, I want to say they feel like mushrooms is an alien species. But anyway, shrooms is it's a whole nother topic when you get to talking about the mushroom kingdom. You know what I'm saying? That the way mushrooms work, they're so intelligent. If they was to get attacked by an invasive species like bugs or some type of animal that came to attack this, say this a whole garden full of mushrooms. If an invasive species was to come and attack this, they will send a signal miles and miles away to the other mushrooms and tell them to prepare for the invasive species because they're in the area. And now these plants and mushrooms now have time to give off a poisonous reaction. So if a bug or something was to try to eat it or to kill it, it will kill the bug from these chemicals it's releasing. So that's how intelligent plants and stuff is, especially mushrooms. But anyway, you got to think about how old soil is, how old I cannot talk right now. How old the soil is, how old the dirt is, how old these trees is, and they yield these fruits. And the higher the fruit is, the more information is collecting from the sun, because it's gathering that information before everything else. It's closer to that light. You know what I'm saying? So this light is so important, and people don't understand. The world is changing right in front of us. You feel me? A lot of people don't understand this. You feel me? Why y'all think I go live? I not go live, but I talk about it all the time on my Facebook, and I record videos of it and post them, trying to show y'all these fake clouds. They tell us they blocking the clouds out because they want to cool down the earth. No, they not blocking the clouds out. They're using these clouds to block the sun out because they want to. These people that's running the earth, that's running the world, they're blocking the sun out because they already know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. And it's so fucked up. When we think we find out the truth about something, it's so many more truths under that layer and under that layer and under that layer that we didn't even figure out yet. We be thinking the little information we find out is important. But when you really find out what's going on in this world, you you really understand how fucked up the world is. Like, it's really fucked up as hell. And it's like you, and not even that just alone. One thing, we already in a matrix, but people don't understand we're inside of a matrix that's inside of a matrix, because this world is already a simulation. So to be inside of a simulation, and imagine putting another simulation on top of that simulation. So imagine playing Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, motherfucking 5, I don't know. Pick your favorite Grand Theft Auto that you're familiar with. Imagine playing Grand Theft Auto, and you're controlling CJ, right? So now you put Grand Theft Auto is already a simulated game, right? I'm pretty sure everybody can agree with me on that, okay? So imagine putting a cheat code on the game now, right? To where CJ can run faster than everybody. And then you could put another cheat code in to where you can mega punch people. So they punching you, and it's really not affecting you as much, and you just punch them once. Boom, and they fly through the building. You know what I'm saying? So that's a simulation inside of a simulation. Because this simulation we playing, the game already got certain rules. So with this simulation, Grand Theft Auto, let's just say this, to put it in a better term, to make it easier. So when I say the game already got its own set of rules, if we playing San Andreas, let's say you see a building, but you can't go inside every building on San Andreas. You can't. It's a lot of stuff on San Andreas you can't do that in real life you can do. So when I say the game got its own set of rules, it's rules that they don't mention on the game, but it's plain as day. You can't walk in every house. You can't go inside every building, because the simulation just wasn't designed for that. So now on top of that simulation, we're going to add, we're going to put cheat codes on. Hold on. On top of that simulation, we're going to add cheat codes. So now I can punch harder than the average person. Now I can jump higher than the average person. Now I can put my health up higher than the average person. So I got all these different advantages, and y'all don't. So you know what I'm saying? I just cheated the simulation. I put it up. I added a simulation onto the simulation. I altered the simulation. So that's like basically the Matrix being inside a Matrix, because how it was at one point, when they designed this Matrix, it was supposed to be like a dream-like state. In your dreams, if I'm like, oh, this nigga about to kill me. Oh, now this nigga really finna kill me. I hope YouTube don't block my video. We just yapping. We just talk about some, whatever the case might be. But it's all, fun and games. But so say in my dreams, I feel like, dang, I wish I had a knife right now. Boop, a knife just appeared. Ooh, I wish I was da-da-da. I see a sexy girl. Ooh, I want to have with her. You feel me? Boom. Now we fucking, you know what I'm saying? Anything I think of in my dream is happening like this, as at the speed of light, and that's the fastest anything can come to you, at the speed of light. So truthfully speaking, that's how manifestation was supposed to work. And I don't know what y'all believe in, but the people that's really running the earth is these lizard people. The draconians, the reptilians, whatever you want to call it. They hack the supercomputer that's in control of the earth, and this might be too much information for a lot of y'all. This might be too much knowledge to soak in at once, because a lot of y'all is still stuck in the Matrix. I haven't been building my page up enough to take baby steps with y'all, to spoon feed y'all this knowledge. I'm just jumping straight in. Whoever grasps this knowledge, they grasp it. Whoever don't, they don't. But y'all gonna keep rocking with me, and y'all gonna understand everything, as long as y'all keep following and, trying to soak in this knowledge. So anyway, the people that's think they're in charge of the world right now, that think they running stuff, everything finna come to a end real soon. And they, they scared as fuck right now, and they doing whatever they can right now to try to keep everything the same, because what a lot of people don't know, everything right now, what everything is about right now is who gets to keep the memory. Because these reptilian beings can live for thousands of years. I could say hundreds of thousands, but I don't know. I could be getting them mixed up with the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki can live up to like 400,000 years, but these reptilians can live for thousands of years also. We was designed to live way longer than we live, but we didn't let these motherfuckers come in and feed us this bullshit spray our air with these chemicals that's keeping a blindfold over us so we can't see into these different light spectrums and dimensions and shit, and it's keeping our brain under programming and all of this type of shit. So when you see these people spraying these chemtrails in the air, them planes with the 2 lines of smoke, them shits is chemicals just fucking us up. And then on top of that, it's other shit going on we can't see in the 4th dimension. But anyway, these reptilian beings, what it's all about to them is, I don't know if y'all ever heard, we all live past lives before this. I want to say it's some new souls on Earth. And when they say it's new souls, I don't know if that mean, I haven't looked too deep into that. I don't know if that mean that this is their first incarnation on Earth or what that mean. But I know it is new souls on Earth, but it's a lot of old souls that lived on different planets, been to Earth before. And, before you come here, you agreed to come to Earth before you even come here. So everybody that's here, y'all agreed to come here. It is some bots. It is some NPCs, but a lot of people is real souls. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, what I mean by what all of this is about is memory is whoever was in control of those computers at the time, they got to pick who came to Earth with their memories of their past lives and everything, all the knowledge they learned before this incarnation. So imagine how advanced you would be if you still had your memory from ancient Egypt, if you still had your memory from Lemuria, if you still had your memory from the Mayans, what was it other than the Lemurians? I can't remember right now, but imagine if you had all your memories from when you lived all these past lives and all of that stuff, when we was making all this advanced technology back then, when people was getting hit back then, when they was building the pyramids and they seen them using ships or anti-gravity tools to build all this stuff. Imagine if you still had that knowledge versus every time you die, you come back with a blank slate and you like, oh, I'm a kid, I'm a toddler, I'm a kid, I'm a preteen, I'm a teen, I'm an adult, I'm an elderly now. And then you got to keep repeating this cycle. So that's what this whole race is. This whole fight is about controlling who keeps the memory. So now that the light is back and they've been back for years and decades, this process, I'm late to it, to be honest. You never late for real. But at the same time, this shit been going on for years and years and years. As I do more digging and research and just following my path, I just realized, like, damn, when the world was supposed to end back then, 2012, that's why it was really supposed to end. It really was supposed to be us going into the 5th dimension back then. But I want to say the dark side found out, and they had the light side had to switch. The light had to switch the plans up and prolong it. You know what I'm saying? Something in that nature. But like I said, what it's all about, the reptilians don't want to lose their memory and have to start everything back over, because as long as they know everything we don't, they can control the planet because they done seen every outcome. They always say history repeats itself. So if I know the outcome of this, if I know that humans, we gonna outlive y'all, if I know I'm smarter than you, if I know how to control y'all through media, music, fashion, all of this stuff, we gonna give y'all all of these what is it called, materialistic shit, and let y'all rock out with this while we really doing the shit that's really, man, if y'all knew the stuff we could do, y'all would be like, man, fuck this PS5, man, fuck going to the club, man, fuck, man, y'all be like, man, what I can do, what I could go into another dimension, I can do what, I can see I can go to fucking Paris while I'm in Akron, leave my body, yo. I can do, you know what I'm saying? You really seeing how being an energetic being work. Half the shit we find fun to be like, if y'all knew y'all could manifest and not have to work hard for this shit, y'all be like my nigga Saguru said, everybody be like, oh, I want to get this new car, I want to get this new house, I need to work harder. He said, when has working harder, making something harder, ever got somebody somewhere better in life? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people think they got to work harder. No, you need to raise your vibrations and quit thinking negative all the time. Fear is the mind killer. Be creative. Keep your imagination. Everybody so out of touch with their inner child because, everybody living in fear. And that's what these reptilians want. Us to live in fear because they feed off of fear. They literally feed off of our fear. And like I said, this whole race, this whole fight is about controlling who keeps the memory and who don't, because they don't want to forget their past lives. These reptilians don't want to forget everything they know, because if they forget everything they know, it's slow for them. They have no power. They have no control no more. Like I said, you imagine having 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 years worth of memory. We live into, I mean, the average nigga is living to be like, what, 60, 70? I mean, no, it say 70 to 80. Average motherfucker is living to be 70 to 80 years old. Imagine having 4,000 years worth of memory versus 60 to 80 years worth of memory. You would be on the same type of time probably. No cap. So, I mean, that's just that. But, like I was saying, the bullshit, I seen this video the other day, and it was pretty much breaking down. It was I didn't know where they was going with this when I first started watching it, and it blew my mind at the end. They said, imagine being a wild animal. Imagine having a jungle, right? And you had these wild animals, and these wild animals will usually kill a human if they seen them, right? So imagine being in the jungle, and you're an animal, a wild animal, and you come to this one part of the jungle one day, and you see it's like a buffet. It's just a whole bunch of raw meat or just food. We won't even say raw meat, because every wild animal don't eat raw meat or other animals. So just say you come to this area and it's a whole bunch of fruit, it's a whole bunch of meat and all, and you just one animal. And you like, oh shit, okay. Damn, it's a feast. I don't got to work for my food today. And you indulge, right? So the next day you just happen to walk past the same area. You didn't even make this a routine, because you're not thinking, okay, I'm going to get lucky twice. So you walk past the same area the next day, and it's a whole feast again. So, okay, I'm like, damn, it's going. Oh, like this? You know what I'm saying? Bet. So the third day, you like, shit, I'm about to intentionally take that route just to see. I don't know if it's going to be something for me, but I mean, I have nothing to lose at this point. I've been lucky 2 days in a row. So the third day you come, and it's another, it's another feast there. So, and it's abundance. It ain't like the wild. It ain't like we fighting over this shit. It's an abundance of this stuff. So days go by, weeks go by, and every time I come, it's food here. But now, imagine this. It's getting to the point the other animals starting to find out about this spot. It's a hot spot now. You feel me? Other animals starting to find about this spot. So now it was in abundance when me and a few other people or animals knew. So now I'm over this motherfucker fighting for food. And now weeks and weeks have gone by, and we done got so comfortable with receiving this free food that we see this man clearly putting the food down. And in this usual situation, we usually would attack this motherfucker, because why is you in the jungle and I'm a predator? You know what I'm saying? I'm a whole tiger. I'm a whole this. I'm a whole whatever. Animals is in the jungle. I'm a whole that. But we've been seeing this free food here for weeks, so we know you the source. We not about to attack you. We want you to come back tomorrow and bring us some more food. You cool, big brother. So anyway, months go by, we getting free food. Before you know it, we look up. It's a fence around us. The fuck? When did y'all start building this fence? Now y'all done put us in cages and shit. Whole time y'all been distracting us with this food, and we've been getting it for free, and y'all done found time to put us in a cage now, and we ain't even know. So now we in a prison. Now we have to get food from these people. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't got comfortable with the idea of it, but we was just hunting for our own food. We was just making our own shelter. We was just doing all that shit. But we start getting this free stuff and getting stuff handed to us, and we feel accustomed to that and got used to it. And we didn't allow you to come in, and you really the bad guy, but you finessing us right in our face with this free shit. So now we didn't feel for the oopty doop, You know what I'm saying? And y'all done built a cage around us. Now we really in this bitch fighting over scraps and all of this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And got y'all building our homes for us, putting us in cages. Now y'all done finessed us. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing that happened to humanity. That same story I just told y'all, that's the same thing that happened to humanity. You know what I'm saying? We was hunting for our food, building our own houses, doing all this shit. We didn't let these motherfuckers come up and be like, oh, huh. Oh, yeah, okay, next week. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you remember how I did that last time? You should do some work for me, and I'll keep providing you with all the stuff I've been providing you for a bet. Okay, yeah, we're going to put you over here in this little area right here. We're going to have you build this for us and da-da-da. And we're gonna pay you in food and water. Okay, boom, boom, boom. You know, whatever the case might be, before you know it, these motherfuckers then built the whole system and got us going off of their system while they living however the fuck they want to live. And they got us as, you know, we in a mental prison, though. A mental one. They ain't built a fence around us, but mentally they did. You feel me? So it's so fucked up. The same way they did them animals, caged them, gave them food, made them fight over scraps. They did the same to us. It's an abundance of all this shit out here. Gold, food, everything out here. Oil. We don't even need fucking oil probably. You know what I'm saying? It's an abundance of everything. We can make cars that run off of water. We can make planes and all this shit that run off of water. I just seen a nigga in Africa. He just made, he called it plastiline. That is gasoline that he made from plastic using microwaves. Like what? And he got planes running off of this, cars, everything. He done put some in his lawnmower, his weed whacker, everything. Call it plastiline. So it's an abundance of everything. And I was just saying this on my Facebook the other day. When you think out of scarcity, that's when you're in survival mode, living out at all times. But when you think out of an abundance way of thinking, you let everything flow. It's going to come to me when the time is right. I know it's going to happen because it is. I'm not thinking of it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at it like I'm in survival mode because I know I'm good. I know I got me. I know God got me. I know the higher power got me. I know the universe got me. I'm good. You feel me? So that's what it come down to. I hope my dog's going to start barking. I hear the UPS man knocking at my door. But anyway, look, they about to get started. But yeah, so with that being said, we just was dealt a fucked up hand, and we so deep in the matrix. Even me, I'm out the matrix, but I'm still in that motherfucker. This shit embedded in me. My parents programmed me like this. You feel me? That's why with my kids, you know, and then shout out to my parents though, cause they raised me. You know, I mean, look at me, bro. I ain't the most successful, but I ain't hurting at all. I don't need for shit, baby. Yeah. But at the end of the day, my parents, it wasn't their fault because they was programmed. And I feel like the older the generation is, the more you was programmed. Now, like I said, with the sun upgrading our DNA, why you think so many people waking up? Why you think your friend that was just dingy as fuck, that was just closed-minded as hell, why you think that motherfucker is so open-minded now? Why you think they feel like they need to do something different with their life? Because that sunlight is upgrading their DNA, and they starting to feel that shit. They don't know what's going on. They thinking it's all them. You feel me? But everything is has a higher intelligence behind it. Energy itself is conscious, and it's a higher intelligence. Just all energy has its own intelligence. Don't forget that. But at the end of the day, all these people is waking up. And like I said, I'm kind of late to the game, but I'm not. You never can be late. And if I was late, it was fashionably late, motherfuckers. But at the end of the day, all these people is waking up. I had my awakening in 2021 November. I seen so many people waking up after that, but I was so aware because I became aware of myself. I became aware of my own actions. I became aware of consciousness. I became aware of spirituality and all these other things and perception and all this other stuff. And I did my shadow work, and I'm still doing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if shadow work ever stops. Unless you a monk living in the mountains, I don't know if they have emotions. I don't know how that works. But anyway, once I started doing my shadow work, my gifts to read people became stronger. My awareness became stronger just from the whole spiritual journey, and I started being able to read people better. So now I'm seeing people, because I'm always in observe mode. So I'm observing people and I'm noticing people starting to act different. The same people that laughed at me when I started my journey and I was buying all my fucking fancy rocks and all of that. These some of my favorites. I keep some of my favorites. When I do my podcast, I like to put my favorite rocks, my favorite crystals. Look, they got me calling them rocks. I like to put my favorite crystals up here with me, absorb that energy. I want that good energy around me, and I spark one of my either some sage or some one of my meditation incense or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Keep that aura clean and keep that good energy and presence and that smell flowing, But my friends that was laughing at me, family too, laughing at me like, nigga, what? You spending $200 on fucking rocks, bro? You doing XYZ? These same people was coming up to me. And once again, this is everything I learned from spirituality. They told me, if this journey is such a beautiful thing. You want to share it with the world. You want to share it with the people you love, because I know so many depressed people that can use this energy. I know so many depressed people that can use these teachings and they will benefit greatly from it. But once you start talking to people, once again, when I was talking about them frequencies, if they ain't on that frequency, their eyes are still closed. They sleepwalking. You cannot force a frequency on a low vibrational motherfucker. You just cannot. And what I learned from spirituality, if they reject it, stop talking to them about it. Do not force spirituality on nobody. And that's when I knew the difference between people who was really spiritual or people that was kind of still learning, but they ain't even really learned the basics of it. You know what I'm saying? Because they still judging people. Don't get me wrong. Every now and then I fall into some I go back and forth, talking about somebody's situation. I'll be like, let me stop because I'm still learning. You feel me? But I don't be sitting there talking shit about them. You know what I'm saying? But whatever the case might be, I don't want to talk about other people's business in general, for real. That's the point I'm trying to get to. But, and when I say business, it don't be like no crazy shit. Like, I'm not gossiping. These be facts. But I still don't want to talk about people while they not present type shit. Whatever. But, I see these people that spiritual still bashing people. They still trying to force their teachings on the people, and they be calling them dumb if they don't believe in it. Oh, I feel bad for you. Like, now you're instilling fear in people. That's what we're against. We're supposed to be against that. The universe, the people running the universe are already doing that enough. Like, why are you adding to it? You know what I'm saying? So whatever the case might be, I was about to say, yeah, so if somebody was to reject these teachings while I'm in the middle of talking to them about it, I have to stop, and just be like, okay, I understand what you're saying. This ain't for everybody. But in my head, I'm laughing. You'll be back. I know you're going to be back. I know it because I done seen it so many times. And once again, this is what I learned from the research I did, the videos I watched, whatever, channel messages, and higher beings, all of this shit. They always said they not ready yet. They're still sleepwalking. But trust me, everybody that ridiculed you, everybody that's talked down on your journey, everybody that said, oh, you worshiping rocks and all that, they going to all come back and be like, yo, can you tell me more about that? And I swear to God, it happened with damn near everybody who laughed at me. Whether they wanted to learn spirituality, whether they wanted me to just teach them how to meditate, whether they wanted to just know where to buy rocks from. All of them tap back in with me. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and that's just that. It's a journey. It's a patient thing, but it's not on you to save another individual. Everybody got to put in their own work and save themselves. You know what I'm saying? You can help and aid and wake people up, but it's not on you to save that soul. So that's just that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can't do nothing for nobody, but I'm saying it's not on you to go to somebody's house every day, knock on their door and be like, did you meditate today? I think you should really meditate. It's going to help you. Why you slipping? Like, no, it's not on you to do that. You feel me? If they want some frequencies to meditate too, if they need help learning how to meditate, you can do that all you want. But I'm just saying, I know some people that feel bad because they see their friend depressed or going backwards, and it's like, I need to do this, I think I should really do this. No, that's not on you. They got to learn, because what it is every time you raise up in frequencies, you're going to drop back down. And as you drop back down, once you go back up into that frequency, you're going to stay in it longer. So you're going to keep dropping back down. It's kind of like the stock market. Frequencies is real volatile. It's not like you're going to reach a fourth dimensional frequency or fifth dimensional frequency or a super high frequency and just stay there and just plateau and just stay consistent. Flat line, whatever you want to call it. Just stay consistent on that one frequency. No. When you get that thought of fear, boom, your frequency going to drop. When you feel depressed, boom, your frequency going to drop. When you eat some bullshit, boom, your frequency going to drop. Then you get back on your right path. It's boop, boop, boop. So, I mean, it's just, it's not a constant thing when it comes to frequency. But like I said, when you get to that certain frequency, you always gonna drop in frequencies. But when you reach back up there, you're gonna be able to stay in it longer because you're more familiar with it now, and you're gonna keep dropping and coming back up. So that's just that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna wrap this episode up because I don't want to yap to y'all too much. And I really was only supposed to talk about energy today, but I didn't talk about a whole bunch of different things and stuff. I'm just kind of excited to be back. You feel me? But hey, I'm gonna fuck with y'all another day. OBE Job, you already know. Call me Noosie Job, OBE Job. You know what I'm saying? Now you see it, baby.